I'm probably talking to no one right now. Maybe a few people if I get lucky. And that's okay. Because this is what being a small YouTuber actually feels like. Putting hours into something, uploading it, and watching it sit there with 0 views. You refresh, check analytics, and nothing moves. But I wanted to make this video anyway. For me, and maybe for someone else who's in the exact same spot. So I started my YouTube channel about 2 weeks ago. And since then I've uploaded 4 long-form content videos and 2 shorts. My shorts did quite okay, not really special for shorts. I made about 1K views on both. And my long-form content, which is what I want to push out there, is sitting at about 20 views overall, like all my videos combined. Also my subscribers, which are currently at 3, which I'm actually pretty proud of. Like every time I've seen that number go 1 up, I've been super excited, but 2 of these are from shorts, which is, as I said, not my intention to gain a following for shorts. And 1 person is from a Reddit group, I think you call it a group, which is called NewTubers. As I said, numbers, you want to tell yourself, yeah, I don't care about numbers. But deep down, you do care. Because every small view, every comment, every little sign that someone hurt you, it matters. So if you're right now watching this video then maybe leave a comment. That would be like highly appreciated. Of course, you never know where it's going, and you always keep that hope up that maybe, yeah, the algorithm picks up your video and it takes a big spike in analytics and you go up. But of course, that seems so far away that you cannot even imagine that. And when no one's watching, which has been the case for one of my videos, it feels like you're shouting into an empty room. But maybe that's how it's supposed to be in the beginning. The part where you build the skill, the patience, the consistency, even when no one sees it. Building a skill is definitely something that is very positive about starting a YouTube channel. Like you get better at making thumbnails, creating titles, and sort of stuff that can actually be a job in a normal world. It has its benefits, don't get me wrong, but the problem I have is I've read through a lot of threads on Reddit about small YouTubers and advice from bigger YouTubers, and often they say that you kind of ruin your algorithm if you start with like low skill. So your channel is kind of doomed to have low impressions because your content was not good enough. But I kind of already am in love with my channel, Tomozy. So I don't really want to change it up and create a new channel, but I still don't think that I have the certain quality to do it. My content is basically about spreading positivity and sharing my feelings on certain things. And I gotta say, I'm pretty motivated to keep going, even though I don't see a lot of numbers. To be honest, for that, shorts are pretty good because at least you get some numbers. And I'm making this video mainly to look back at it. Like I want to reflect, and maybe I made it to something. But it doesn't really matter because, yeah, as I said, I developed skills. I started realizing that these early videos are also like seeds. Nobody sees them grow at first. They just sit in the dirt, sort of. So like my content, I would say, like these kind of advice videos, or current situations I'm facing or whatever, are kind of evergreen videos. Like you can rewatch them, or they can be still helpful to people in like 2 years. So that is what I think pretty good about my content. So my videos don't get outdated. It's not like I'm just talking about the current situations that appear or the current trends. Of course the beginning is the hardest, especially when you don't see instant results. you just do it for yourself, you don't get any gratification. And I believe if you stay consistent, you will get better. I've watched big YouTubers give small YouTubers advice. There's a whole niche for that. Like people telling you what to do and what's working, even though nobody really figured out the algorithm. So nobody can 100% surely tell what's working, but they pretend. And I believe them partly because, of course, they have successful channels, so maybe they are allowed to talk. But they always say like consistency is good, but it's more about the video that you put out. You cannot put out just trashy videos. It makes sense, but I think consistency always makes you develop. You cannot be consistent about something and not get better. That's what I'm thinking. So that's also what I wanna tell all of you out there. And maybe a small YouTuber that's starting out right now is also watching this, and I can help them sort of. Because I think just being consistent will make you ultimately better at making thumbnails, working on titles, whatever. That's just my way of thinking. Like I'm already getting better. I've already learned so much. How much time it actually takes to edit something properly. How much overthinking I do before even hitting upload. How easy it is to compare myself to people who've been doing this for years. And that's very bad, so don't do that. Like, we always compare us to all these YouTubers that did it for like a lot of time. And that's just not good. In general, comparison is never good. And also, like these channels that like put their videos on private once they make like way better videos and are already big, and you think they started just 5 months ago, but actually they went on for several years and maybe even other channels before that. So never compare. It's just not worth it. And yeah, I just do it for the love of it. But as for right now, I'm super glad with just a nice comment, just a simple view. And whoa, don't get me started on a subscriber. Wow, that would be great. To my future self, I hope I can look back at this and be proud that I started this and that I kept going, because keeping the videos coming is probably the hardest part.